Welcome back to our Cowboy Bebop rewatch. And this is one of those episodes. I didn't realize it was so close to the beginning of the series, but I love it because this introduces us to one of my favorite characters, and actually one of the reasons where if I were ever to get a dog, it would be a corgi because Ein is brought in this episode. We'll probably see more of what happens with him later, but this episode is the introduction, and we know that this dog is a little special. We know that because there's a bounty put on this guy who has stolen a briefcase, and the briefcase, we find out later, contains this lovely little cute corgi dog that ends up causing lots of trouble, and lots of people are after it. But the beginning of the episode shows up with the guy stealing the briefcase, and the scientists have their guns out and they're like, we're going to get this thing back that you stole. Still no idea what was stolen yet. um we learn a little bit later on that there's a scientist that got his research stolen, and I find this hilarious because one of the things I love about this show is like you're all in space and there's lots of cool technology and everything's great, but the Bebop is not the best put together ship. So things are breaking down, and you have things like video conferencing. You got these staticky lines interfering with everything. So it just brings it back to reality of these people don't have the greatest workings, and they're always scrambling around for money and to feed themselves and what have you. So back to the episode. We have, through a massive series of events, this briefcase gets stolen again, and there's this crazy lady at this pet shop who owns all sorts of things, birds, dogs. She has a freaking turtle on her head. I didn't realize that until rewatching it. She's got a turtle just sitting on top of her head. So when the briefcase gets open, we realize that this is a normal corgi and isn't worth a lot of money. So they're wondering what to do, how to get this bounty hunter. And Spike is told by Jet that he needs to play bait, and he's walking Ein. He's got him on a leash, and they're just chilling outside the ship. And things happen. Things culminate, and the scientists decide to use some sort of dog whistle thing to kind of get all the animals to follow them so they can recapture Ein. Doesn't work, but it does result in the most insane chase scene that we have seen so far, because you've got dogs running after the scientists, you've got Spike running after the dogs, you've got Hakim, the bounty hunter that they're going after, is also chasing them, and he actually ends up stealing a car from this bride and groom who just got married, and that doesn't end well for anybody. But it makes for a fantastic chase scene all around. And that's where we end with Ein for this episode. We understand that he's a data dog and he might be a little bit smarter than other dogs, but we don't quite get too much info about him. But he is a recurring character, and every time Ein is on screen, I love it. Love my little corgi. I think it's also safe to say that Sherlock does not mind Ein either. Just chilling, relaxing up top, watching this episode with me. So, if you want to see what I have to say about the remaining 24 episodes in the series, stick around, hit the like button, subscribe, and if Friday's the deadline for the new Netflix show, hopefully we make it by then. I might have to speed things up a little bit, but we will do our best. See you then.